Hello. I heard you met Gabi and Eagle. Both are former head of Finance CD, and great opportunity to say how I appreciate what they have done. And maybe Franco, another, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, you invite me here as a former, and we'll do a panel of formers. I want to talk about specifically about the main issue of this conference and this meeting. I want to choose this opportunity to talk about what is to be in charge of the national cyber defense of Israel, because we can choose a lot of subjects, and in this week, as you can guess, I have a lot of meetings with other groups in other sectors and other areas, some of them from other governments or countries, or some of them of organizations. But when you think about the national level, about cyber defense or on the national level, and of course in Israel, that, as you know, that is a very quiet and calm country with no enemies, and in every sector, I had today a meeting with reporters from all the world, and some of them asked me, okay, on which sector is your focus? And I said to him that I have the privilege to focus in one sector in Israel. But still, I think in this sector that you are now meeting about them, it is a sector that is has zero patience to mistake, zero place to harm the trust of the human being, of the population that use the flight, they use this kind of transportation. I think that if we will have a cyber attack, cyber event, in this field, it will be even I told earlier to Tamir that we don't need a crisis in the cyber in the airports. We need only one success to the enemy, and the trust is gone, and we will need to build everything from the structure. So we have cyber attacks on all the fields, on all the sectors, but in these sectors, I think we have zero opportunity or zero place for mistake or succeed for the enemies. That's why we work, of course, with the other authorities in Israel to regulate or to better regulate this area. And after we will arrange, this whole regulation, I think this is a lot of operation that need to be done in this area. We are talking today a lot about resilience here, but it's one word for so many for so many things in cyber defense. I will take this opportunity to tell to the friends here from abroad that maybe the main thing that I understand about collaboration in cyber defense, that there is no place for national defense in cyber, because it's international in everything that we are touching. The digital is international. The cloud that all the companies now are going to is international, and also the cyber attacks are international. So I think if you want to be prepared to the cyber attacks and the events that will be against also airports and airplanes, we need to do and we need to build a structure, infrastructure for international resilience, international discussion, international research, international operation. I cannot see any country that will deal alone with a large scale of cyber attack, and of course superpower cyber attacks. So if we can take this opportunity to build this group of cyber defenders or cyber leaders, I think it will be a great output from this meeting. Of course, we cannot ignore the situation. In Israel, we are, I always say when they ask me about the cyber attacks since the war began, I asked them if they're asking about the war that began in 48, 73, 82, and, or 2023. Israel is almost always in some kind of war, and there is a lot of course, bad things of being in this situation, but there is also good things. One of them is learning, experience. So I think, with all the humble, of course, we have experience from these last wars, and of course from this last war specifically, and these 12 days campaign against Iran. We saw a lot of things. Some of them we forecast, some of them surprised us, not entirely, but surprised us by the scale of the cyber attacks. I bet you all understand it, that when you starting or talking about the cyber warfare, the big difference between the kinetic warfare and the cyber warfare is there is no ceasefire in cyber warfare. There is no ceasefire. I remember when they talked with me from the government that the Prime Minister is going to sit with President Trump about the agreement of the ceasefire. And if I want to add, and I wanted, any sentence in this ceasefire agreement on cyber. So immediately I say, of course, cyber is another battlefield, and I want us to deal ceasefire, but of course it isn't relevant to cyber. It isn't relevant for both sides. It isn't relevant because in cyber you cannot force this agreement. You don't necessarily know who is the enemy. Most of the cyber attacks was from Iran, as you know, but most. Some of them was groups that we know, some of them groups that we don't know, some of them country that we know, and some of them country that we don't know. Maybe some of them isn't enemies. So what I want us to understand, that resilience, that cyber defense, that the cyber defense in the national level is building the walls that be high enough for most of the cyber attacks And what will be more sophisticated, more, let's say, from superpower attack, we need to deal with this cyber attack. But today, we have large scale of number of cyber attacks on Israel, and we are trying together with other forces. And maybe it's a good opportunity to say to Franco here as a host, but maybe as a representative of the private sector of cyber defense, also, of course, former of the INCD. I think that I cannot succeed to defend Israel alone. And cooperation or collaboration, government, private sector, public sector is necessary in the cyber defense. And this is something that I understand and understood, and I hope we improved, we will improve the collaboration between the government, public and private sector. And last thing I want to tell to all the international guests here that I think that everyone that come to Israel every time, especially in this time, means a lot for us, and it's support for Israel, and support and appreciation of what we can do, help, talk about, and do together. So thank you, Franco, and thank you all, and have a great day. Thank you.